And Abraham's response? They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. In our terms, they have the Bible. Let them listen to the Bible. In fact, we could say much more, couldn't we? Not only they have Moses and the prophets, but they have the Gospels and the epistles and the Apocalypse. They have the clarity of Revelation now, this side of the coming of Jesus. Yes, the Old Testament looks forward to the coming of Jesus under the typology of a lamb who is wounded for our transgressions. And yes, the Old Testament looks forward to the coming of Jesus as the great Davidic king. And yes, the Old Testament looks forward to the coming of Jesus as the great covenant maker. And yet so many of these things are in types and in structures and in patterns. And people weren't putting all of them together. They knew that a Messiah was coming. They knew that a king in David's line was coming. They knew we needed a great priest, but they didn't get it all together. The New Testament writers have it all together. They've seen Jesus. They've seen how all of these diverse strands from the Old Testament get woven together into one who is simultaneously the king and the suffering servant, simultaneously the priest offering a sacrifice and the lamb who is sacrificed, one who presides over this new covenant, and the one who is himself the embodiment of the new covenant. The one who offers himself up, as it were, in the heavenly sanctuary, whose flesh is nevertheless described as the veil that is torn to get into the very presence of God in this new heavenly sanctuary. All of these pieces coming together so that you see more clearly who Jesus is. Listen. If you think that somehow you'd be more likely to believe if only someone like Lazarus would come back from the dead and tell you. What God says to you through Abraham is this: you have Moses and the prophets, and you have the Gospels and the epistles, and you have the book of Revelation. What more do you need?